people have died from marijuana usage? Zero. Zero people have died from marijuana usage, while alcohol claims many lives. Why is it that marijuana is still illegal while alcohol is still legalized for people over the age of 21? When primarily alcohol and marijuana is both used the same way, in regards of a social settings or when you're coming home from a long day of work, you primarily use both of them the same way to relax. Though many people have believed that marijuana is dangerous just for the solely fact because it's illegal. But to be honest, marijuana is actually safer than alcohol because of three things. One, there's no death rates. Two, there's little to no crime rates. And third is less traffic accidents. To begin with, let's talk about the death tolls between alcohol and marijuana. Alcohol claims more lives with usage and overdose by 73%, while no reports found that marijuana users were less likely to die from those who didn't smoke marijuana. From age 15 to 49, alcohol was a leading health risk across the globe in 2016, claiming 3.8% of females and 12.2% of men, which caused alcohol to be the 7th leading factor of death, claiming 30,722 lives in 2016. When you go back and you look at the reports of marijuana, zero. Here is a video of correlating the mortality rates between alcohol and marijuana.
Got a little more info for you. Take a look at this graph.
Whoa.
The Government Centers for Disease Control and Prevention study of drug mortality rates, which tallies confirmed causes of death, puts a fine point on how obviously backwards these drug laws have become. And here's where you can see that very, very clearly. What are people dying of? Tons and tons of people dying from tobacco, tons of people dying from alcohol. Look at that number on the right. Anna, what do you make of that? Zero on the marijuana.
I'm glad that more studies are coming out proving.
According to Jonathan Calkins and Marijuana Safer Than Alcohol, published in October 17, 2014, alcohol is certainly more dangerous in aspects and including death, while exceeding marijuana on questions that pertain physical safety. Meaning that when you drink too much alcohol, you are impaired and most likely blacked out and most likely to end up dead. While marijuana, if you smoke many copious amount of weed, all you're gonna get is probably a stomach ache from eating too much munchies. Second, let's talk about the crime rates between alcohol and marijuana. Between the two, actually, according to Robert G. Morris on the effects of medical marijuana on crime, published from 1990 from 2006, given the relationship between alcohol and violent crimes, it may turn out that substituting marijuana for alcohol leads to minor reduction in violent crimes that can be detected in state level. So alcohol is insinuating 40% of all violent crimes. Mental physical abuse were higher when couples drank, on the other hand, compared to couples who just smoked. They were less likely to commit violence against a partner who did not use the drug. So basically, if you were drinking too many drinks and you're in a relationship, you were probably more likely to fight compared to when you smoke marijuana with your significant other. You're less likely to fight because with all that alcohol in your system, it actually leads you to being more like physical and more like wanting to like hurt people. Compared to marijuana, you're just gonna be in a very relaxed, chill state, and obviously you're not gonna be wanting to fight with anyone else. Third, let's discuss the driving between the two. Obviously, both marijuana and alcohol does impair you while you drive, but marijuana is way worse compared to alcohol. In a report, they found people who have detectable amount of THC did not increase the risk of being in a car crash. Having alcohol in your system increased your chance by 578%. So when you get in the car after you drink, you're more than likely to get in a horrible accident that can lead to death. While if you were to smoke marijuana before driving, the least you could get is probably like a traffic ticket, or you probably won't get into a significant amount of trouble when you're under the influence. So today I've discussed why marijuana is safer than alcohol. 1, there's no death rates. 2, there's little to less crime rates. And 3, no traffic accidents. Compared to both of them, I would say that marijuana is way safer because there's less likely a chance for you to get in trouble when it comes to like regarding death. You're gonna end up probably dying if you end up drinking too much alcohol, or alcohol poisoning, or you could become addicted to drinking alcohol, when there's actually no cases when it comes to reports of addiction from marijuana, or when it comes to death. Like I said, you could smoke as much as you want, and there probably won't nothing be happening to you besides the fact that you'll be hungry. So that concludes my